Hi, I'm Renelle Golden, and you're listening to the Movie Making Podcast. Hi there, I am super excited about today's show. We are talking with Tana Frederick. She is an actress, a director, and a producer, and she has a new show coming out. It's a one-woman show. It's called Lion Eyes, and you can go see it live in Los Angeles. She also has a new movie coming out. It's South of Hope Street with some A-listers that you're going to want to see. All right, let's get to it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Movie Making Podcast with our special guest today, Tana Frederick. Did I say it right?
You said it perfectly.
Okay, and she
blessed.
Thank you. She is an actress, a producer, and a director, and we are here to kind of get the insight about your career and these really cool new projects that you've just finished recently as well. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. I guess the weather here is a little cooler than the rest of the country. So
yeah, I'm gonna come stay with you. I'm dying.
not to make everybody jealous or angry, but no, it is kind of one of those beautiful, like chill spring days, which
I love it.
Lovely.
I love it.
It's lovely.
That's so awesome. So, well, I'd like to start with really the beginning. So, how did you get into acting? When did the acting bug hit you? And what was your first role?
The acting bug first hit me when I went with my Girl Scout troop to a children's theater production of Oliver. And my best friend was playing Oliver. I was in 5th grade, and I remember like there wasn't even a seat for me. I just sat on the steps. But all of a sudden, just watching, like fascinated. But the lights came on and something just clicked in my brain, and I just knew that was what I was going to do, like, for the rest of my life. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. And
cool.
yeah. And I just was like, this is what I am. This was meant for me forever. So
did you become immersed at school and suddenly anything you could do in acting and that type of art, were you just on it?
Yeah, I joined the children's theater right away. And then I started doing 4 shows a year, which actually was, I think, quite a bit for like a 10-year-old, and I had a really serious teacher who just passed away this year. And the biggest gift that I think that he gave us was to treat us like adults, like professionals. It wasn't like we were in such a small theater. The 9-year-olds were with the high schoolers.
Oh, wow.
It's not like we were playing a lot of children's games. It was like
you were there to work.
If you chew gum on stage, you're in big trouble. If you write in your pencil, without a pencil in your script, you are in big trouble. If you talk while he's talking, you are in big trouble.
Oh, wow.
We were there doing lectures, like 5-hour lectures, which I don't know how we sat through them on Saturday.
Especially at that age, right?
Yeah, that age. And I think to treat us like adults was such a respectful thing and gave us like a sense
Discipline.
and a sense of like dignity, and that we could do it if we wanted to do it.
Oh, I love that. What was your first role? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was really mad because it was a cat in this play, Magic Forest. But I didn't know that the next play, Little Women, I would be playing Amy. And
that's cool.
Yeah.
So you in as a cat, and you quickly went to one of the main roles. I love that.
Right. So I think like he told me like, yeah, you were so mad when you got the cat, but you were, I was waiting to give you the part of Amy. So yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Did you stay in touch with that teacher like through your life as you grew up?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
You do, you stay in touch with your teachers. That's who you have, I'm also like, I'm in martial arts, and
I love that. I saw that. I'm like, ooh, she can kick butt. And I love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Well, it's, I like discipline, and I'm a second degree black belt, but
oh,
your
wow.
master is the reason that you exist.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
my teachers are the reason that I know what I'm doing, and my teachers are the reason that my talent exists.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
not me. I say it's not me. It's them.
Oh,
So it was kind of wild.
you. I'm
What?
sure. It's some of it's you, at least a little bit.
Some of it's me. Some of it's me, but mostly it's just me shutting my mouth and listening to them, So those kind of things that teachers impart, they're with you forever. And yeah, and it was kind of wild because Carl Weathers also had a big impact on my life. He directed me in Danny and the Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And was a great teacher as well, an influence and a director. And Carl and my childhood / teenage / slightly adult acting teacher, they both passed on the same night. Which was so wild. It was
weird.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's a big wow.
Yeah, it was wild. I was like, wow,
That's surreal. Like this.
It is surreal. It's not really like, I don't know. It's sad, but it's also like, I don't even know what to say about it.
Yeah, that's different. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Going on like to
a good mark in your life.
They were both amazing men who just gave and gave and gave and gave, and they were true artists. They kept going until they got the result.
So fast forward, you end up, did you do this all the way through high school and just never gave it up, never looked back?
Right. And my parents, my parents were very encouraging, so that was really positive.
That is a good thing. Not everybody gets that. That's a huge blessing. So when did you realize you want to do movies? Like you kind of transitioned from stage to movies?
Well, I'll be honest, people that I knew that went to New York or Chicago or Minneapolis really weren't making that much money.
Right. So, it's a tough career, no matter what role you have, right? Yeah, it's true.
So I was like, I think I'll do film, and then I can do also like if I try to break into film, then I can make some money.
And still do stage.
Right.
I love it. Do you still do it today every once in a while? Will you do a theatrical stage play?
Right now I'm rehearsing 6 hours a day, a one-woman show that I've done. I just got back
from love it.
Off Broadway. And
is it funny? Is it like comedy or a little bit of this and that?
It's comedy, it's tragedy. Hopefully it's a good, beautiful, like mixing pot of both.
That's cool. That's
cool. But it's like, wow, it's the most terrifying thing that I think of.
Are you serious? Did you like produce it too or write it or?
Yeah, I wrote it. So
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. But to be that naked, between it's you, it's your material, and it's my story. So so it's really, really difficult to separate yourself from that if there's criticism involved.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Do you have a rule like don't read the reviews sort of thing? Do you try to?
Yeah. It's like really like they don't. I'm just going to be happy that I did it.
It's kind of amazing that you get to do it. Who cares if, mean people say things, ignore them, right? Like,
right.
Exactly. To see you, that's what matters. And it's so cool. I love that. I love it. Was it inspired by your life?
Yeah, it's inspired by a Midwest girl coming out to Hollywood and trying to make it, in Hollywood. And, that's such a cliche story, but at the same time, it's like, for me, everybody has a lot of different details, and it's the details that, hopefully it's the details that make the story
interesting
and relatable. Yeah.
Okay.
It's those crazy like casting calls. It's those when I came out, it was like pre-Me Too. Like there was no Me Too.
No, it's a crazy world now.
It was, but you come out, you go to a manager's office on Beverly Hills, and he asks you to take your shirt off. And his partner, who's a female, is sitting right there. And you're like, what?
It's nothing, right? Yeah.
Like, what? Like, yeah, there wasn't a Me Too. There was like, it's just like, and he's like, I got 20 girls up here who will take their shirts off if
it's insane.
Wants to see. Yeah. And there was not that protection when I came out.
No. It's definitely a crazy thing. And I'm glad that there's like this more of this awareness, because I had an experience as a producer director. We were working on this all action based. It was a female ensemble. And we had done this like stunt on a boat with all this fighting. And then we sort of wrapped, we were going to have our dinner and, call it for the day. And while we wrapped, the producer that was there, that was sort of like the higher level, I won't give too much away, he asked the girls to, hey, let's go out on this boat. Let's go for a boat ride and come back. They went fully clothed and they came back without their shirts, and they were in bras. And I'm very modest, and I also like to respect people. I was mortified. I had no idea. What do I do? What do I say in this situation? Right? Like, it was definitely awkward, and I ended up letting a few people have it because I'm like, better. And if you do that much for him, what else is he going to ask you to do? Right? That was like, I was filled with this fear. So you took your shirt off because he said, and they're out in a boat. Like, oh my God. Anyway, it was just one of those things. I'm just like, I didn't know that really happened. And I'm an indie filmmaker at that point. So it's like, it touched us. Like, I didn't know, it was interesting.
Yeah. No, that's
stories like that.
But there are so many. That happens. Yeah. And the girls are just like getting
like, this is our job. We don't want to lose our job, and we're getting paid for this. And I understand where they're coming from. I don't understand where he's coming from. What the? So it didn't happen the rest of the 5-6 days we were filming, because I was enraged. And I'm one of those writers. I will rewrite the story if I have to can you, because you're not following. So no, everyone else stuck to it. And when he asked for things, they came to me and they were like, he wants us to blah, blah, blah. Is that okay? And I was able to kind of be like, no, or yeah, that's fine. So it's a thing. It's crazy. Hopefully you don't have a lot of those on set type stories. Did you have a lot of, I'm being very nosy now, but did you have a lot of those experiences?
No, because my husband was a woman's filmmaker. I mean, he made films about business, and he made films about women's issues. So,
that's good.
So I mean, we made a movie about Hollywood Dreams. Was about my first big hit, kind of breakout film with him, which was about the business. How interesting. Yeah, and that was great. And so he kind of looked out for you. Was he sort of, you guys were like a team, so he kind of... Yeah, it was very dare I say, like Jenna Rollins and John Cassavetes, but we were wow, in tandem. I mean, that's so lofty of me to say that, but we were in tandem in terms of, in that respect of really knowing when to use a script, when not to use a script, who to cast, producing the film, the subject of the film. Like, just we really were in sync. Is that one of your favorite projects ever? That was one of my favorites. Yeah. It's probably hard to pick, but this is a nosy question. Yeah, no, that's a good nosy question. That definitely was Hollywood Dreams. Oh, that's so cool. That is very cool. So, and then the next one was like about fathers and daughters. So, that was, that's that's another women's subject. And he did, we did one about menopause called The M Word. I don't love that. I mean, menopause, but but I'm sure does. Yeah, that one. Whoo, I'm so hot. Yes. It was great. It was actually kind of funny because there's like, oh my goodness, 40 women waiting to do, the Henry Jaglom sort of interviews in one room, getting flashes at the same time. Like, like 41 being like, where's the fans? We need the fans in here.
Oh my God. I know somebody, every time I see her, she's another writer, and she's like, I'm almost through it. She's in perimenopause. She's like, I'm almost through it. I'm almost through it. And I
Oh
can just tell she's miserable. But I'm like, it gets better. I swear, maybe.
And some of the women, it was interesting because, some of the women, sorry, I'm switching from Coke to
Variety. Yes.
I love it. Hydration.
It's
Some
good.
of the women were actually had enjoyed their experience and were
really
felt freed from.
Yeah. I think once I got over the fact, I'm in my 50s. So once I got over the fact that, hey, end of an era, life's changing, I actually was really happy when it was done.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. There's something good about getting to the other side of it, for sure. And it's really cool. You guys made a movie. Was it like a documentary? Like you interviewed?
No, Henry Jaglam's films are there's a plot that runs through it. So the plot was kind of this love story between myself, Michael Imperioli, from Sopranos, and Corey Feldman.
Oh, really?
I love Corey, and then
yeah,
wonderful, and then intertwined, and then my mother, played by Frances Fisher, and also Eliza Simons, Roberts, Eric Roberts' wife. They are going through menopause and Gregory Harrison was in it. So it's this ensemble sort of stable of actors who are going through the plot. And then on the side, he shoots straight on women and their interviews about menopause,
Oh, that's very cool.
About it. Yeah. So it's this kind of you really get immersed in the story.
What was that called? Is that the M Word? No.
Yeah. M Word, exactly.
I would have to watch that just because, my age, but
it's a fun movie. It's a really fun movie, and everybody's just
great cast.
Great. And I said, I think it's a positive thing about women and life and women's development. It's a happy ending. I think that's the neat thing about
it. That it could be a good thing. Maybe?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And that women are sexy at any age. Women are sexy at whatever stage they're going through, and women are lovable, and women are okay. Wow. And that women should embrace every stage that they go through and take power from that.
I definitely to watch it. Oh my goodness.
The power, but you know what I mean?
Be empowered.
These films give you permission to really.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
You've worked with some great people through the years. Do you have a favorite that you maybe worked with more than once, or just a favorite? Wow, this was an amazing experience. And you don't have to answer if you don't want, because you.
No, gosh. For me, I'm thinking because I really have worked with some amazing.
You have. I was looking. I'm
so blessed. Well, Karen Black was like a mom.
Oh.
And I get emotional talking about her.
Oh.
Her and I were
you got very close.
So tight.
Oh.
And Karen was just brilliant. And Karen and I kind of could communicate without speaking. And we did every movie together,
Oh, wow.
Was so funny and delightful and just one of a kind, and did not give, a flying whatever. Karen was just an amazing, amazing woman. And then kind of what I wanted to be not caring about anything, just
doing love and focusing.
Her talent was just here, and it's not she was so free. She didn't ever hold it back.
Oh,
so,
wow.
and I also got to direct her last play.
Wow.
Which was so special. It was called Why We Have a Body. And it was about 4 women, and it was very esoteric, kind of Terry Gilliam. And I directed it at the Edgemar Center for the Arts. And Karen Barbara Bain had played in it for a while, and then Karen said, please let me step in these last 2 weeks. Like, please, please, please let me step in these last 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. She must have loved the story or something. Wow.
She loved the part, and she was a genius. And then she ended up doing it longer than 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
She was tremendous. And then right after that, she had found out that she had cancer.
Yeah.
So that was like, wow, what a gift. Like,
wow. Yeah. Life has a lot of moments like that.
Yeah.
Bittersweet, like so amazing, but then also that side.
Ironic. But I mean, how blessed am I?
Yes. Wow.
For that. And I loved Seymour Cassell. He's a complete psychopath. He's from
you never know what you're gonna get.
Right. Minnie and Mousekewitz. And a lot of John Cassavetes films, and he'd just drive down the alley like in the middle of the day with like a bottle of wine and be like, because Henry and I lived together, and he'd be like, Henry, are we shooting your next movie? And
my gosh,
he'd just come in, open the bottle, and just start drinking on.
He lived there forever. It's his house, maybe.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
It was great. I love that. I love that. It's like,
so cool.
Yeah. And I loved, Michael Imperioli, of course. And I loved working with, Justin Kirk. He's a really strong, beautiful actor, for leads. Like, Justin's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
And,
you've just really been blessed with a lot of powerful, talented people to share this with them. It's really cool. You recently directed a short, and you said it's in film festivals right now, The Death Pays Flora a Visit.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that one, and then we'll talk about South of Hope Street.
Okay, yeah. Oh, not to mention, and that's another person I want to say, Judd, but we can talk about that.
Oh, yes. I love him. Yeah.
Of course, Judd. I've done 3 films with him now, but.
Oh, wow.
But Death Pays Flora a Visit is a wonderful, sweet, short, dark and sweet, but dark in, I think, an Edward Gorey kind of. I don't know if you know Edward Gorey, lines, but they're very English and they're very dark. And it's like a thing, they're children's books, but like a thing looms around the corner. And I think that this is kind of a mixture between Seventh Seal and Death Becomes Her. And it's Eric Roberts and Mimi Kennedy, who plays, who's on Mom and plays Allison Janney's sponsor.
I love her. Yeah.
Those two, they're so good.
Yeah, I love her.
Oh, she's just dry. And,
oh my God. And you directed, right? Oh, I can't imagine.
I was so lucky. And it was written by Cy Rosen and produced by Cy Rosen, who did Wonder Years and Rhoda.
Oh, wow.
Taxi.
What a team for that. That's amazing.
An amazing team, like unbelievable. And so, the whole thing is a tete-a-tete between Death and
Flora?
And Flora, yeah.
Oh, I love that. She's like, I'm not going with you. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, she's like, I think we can work this out somehow. And so we've made it into the Mendocino Film Festival, and we're in Wyoming Film Festival and the Valley Film Festival.
Will the general public be able to watch it at some point?
Yeah, it depends where you are. Okay. If you are in LA, we're going to be at the NOHA Film Festival and the Valley Film Festival.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yep. And if you aren't in LA, I'm trying to think where we have it posted. I should post it on my Facebook page. I'll post.
Well, and when I post this interview, we'll share some links and stuff like that too. I usually do. So that sounds really cool. Like a great fun thing. Okay, well, let's talk about South of Hope Street. So I watched the trailer, and what an interesting story. It's like sci-fi, yet also like this intense I want to say family drama. I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot going on, but it looks really interesting. And the cast is, you got a really good cast in that. So tell me a little bit about that and where people can watch that as well.
That's really interesting that you say family drama, because the thing is it's these groups, it's this group of people who in society, I didn't really think about us as a family, but it's like Judd and I end up finding each other. He's a poet. My character's homeless. And this beautiful like teenage young man who's like missing an arm. You know, we all have these different challenges, and we end up like all around us. My character sees two moons in the sky, and she's like, is anything does
Anybody else see that?
yeah, hello? And nobody sees it. Everybody is like, the structure is coming, the order is coming. And Billy Baldwin plays this very captivating, you know, he's so very like charming and handsome, like, but at the same time stern leader that you want to follow him. And everybody is wearing these black shoes, which is a reference from a Sylvia Plath book. So
Oh, wow.
so as you look around, it's like everybody starts to, more and more people start to wear black shoes. And like my character's like, the world is like coming to an end.
You're seeing it, but no one else is seeing it.
Right. And so I formed this little family with you know, with a little band, and everybody, you know, there's these renegades that are trying to stop everything from happening.
It looks like a good film. It's definitely very interesting. Different, a little bit different, the storyline. I liked what I saw. Like, I was intrigued. I'm like, so I really thought maybe those were like your brothers or, you know, your husband or like, so now I
know it's insane.
I'm more curious.
It's an insane film. I'm going to tell you, it's an insane film when you watch it.
Yeah.
People were like, it's an insane film, but it's a film that you're going to think about for because it parallels when we started filming in 2012. It paralleled life then. It paralleled the political structure. It paralleled so many things that are going on.
Oh my gosh. So you started this long ago?
Yeah.
Just wrapped it recently to get it distributed?
Yeah.
You're filming it over a period of time.
Yeah, I flew back to Switzerland 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know,
that's interesting.
When you watch it, like, but stuff still holds true. It's still like, wow, stuff has even gotten stranger.
Yeah, boy.
People are more in denial of like what's happening.
Yeah.
Like society has shifted even more than into like, I mean, without going into my own political stances, you know, like
it's so hard these days.
It is. Well, and that's what the film is about.
Oh, I love that.
Like my character is chastised and banned and
for daring to see what others don't.
Homeless, right? And you know,
wow.
But yeah.
Where can people watch this?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, and it's called South of Hope Street.
Yep.
Very, very cool. And it's up already. It's out now, right? I only saw the trailer. I haven't had time to take a look.
Yeah, it's out now. And yeah, okay. Judd Nelson is just terrific in it. Judd and I have.
He is always good. I've always loved him. And there were some other ones in there too. Billy Baldwin and
Craig Conway's in it.
People.
Wonderful. Craig Conway is such an exquisite actor. I saw Craig Conway. He's an English actor. I saw him do one scene, and I had never seen his work, and I just started crying. And I was like, "You're what acting's all about."
Oh my gosh! Oh, I love that. I love it.
And Janine Loeffler. But Judd and I have starred now in 3 films as romantic leads.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to have to write you guys something. I love him, and you're awesome, but it'd be something where you'd like do martial arts and kick his butt or no.
You know, please, can I please?
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes I want to very badly.
Oh no, that's awesome. That is so So, oh my gosh.
He can be quite the smart ass.
Those are my favorite people that you never know what's coming.
And he's so smart and he's so quick. He'll just be like, he'll just slide something like right under, like he'll be like, da 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 da, and I'm like, what'd you just say?
Wait, is that in the? I love that. That's so cool. So South of Hope Street, Amazon Prime right now. All right. So I want to ask you one more question before we do our fun 5 for 5 that I end the show with. But for what wisdom could you impart on people that want to enter this industry as an actor, producer, anything, writer, director? What would you share?
I would say create your own material is the most important thing that you can possibly do.
Great.
Like right. Because
yes, I had to
say the same thing. I mean, the auditions, audition, meet people, go to mixers, blah, blah, blah. But you have to create your own IP and you have to create your own content. And that is the way that's something, hopefully, like knock on wood, snowballs into something, so that just snowballs into something bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And
it kind of adds like to your credibility, but it also shows people, and with YouTube and things like that now, we can see what you can do.
Right.
And that builds your credentials. And if you make your own material, even if you're an actor, it adds to, unfortunately, everybody goes to the site, your resume on IMDb. It builds what you have there. So I love that answer. That's a great answer. And it's kind of how I started writing in, 2010. I started in this career late because I had a performing arts academy and I went blind. So I had to close it. And when I got some of my vision back, I became a writer. It's a long story, but I did get some of the vision back. And so I became a writer, and before I knew it, I had written 2 features with this other guy who's like, let's be miserable together. And he'd always wanted to write 2 features and a full series called Hit Women. And I didn't know, like, what do I do now? And so I started making my own material, and that kind of set the path. And the director I hired didn't show up. And I happened to have this board Emmy winner that day that was a camera guy. And I'm like, what do? Do I send everybody home? And he's like, no, you're going to direct this. You know the story. I'm going to put you on monitor. Here's what you do. And he kept, yelling at me and keeping me straight the whole day. My very first experience. And from there, I was hooked. I started getting educated and doing it more. 40 projects or so later, like, I love that. And by making my own, I got people to start seeing what I can do and, like, hey, write this for me and write this for me. And I love it. So excellent advice was my point. I took the long way to get there.
No. But that's how you meet everybody. And that's how you meet the crews that you get. And it's such a small world. Like, it is. In all of the, like, even in Atlanta and even in like Nashville, like there's crew members that I know out there. Like there's, you know what I mean? And you make a family.
You really do. And when you find the good ones, you stick with them. And so I have a handful, still working on that camera guy, but I have a handful that have been with me like 10, 12 years. So,
exactly. Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. One more thing, and then I'm going to do my 5 for 5 for you and see what people can learn more about you. How do people find you if they want to like read about you or learn about your latest film, things like that?
Okay, I have a Facebook, which is Tana Frederick. For whoever uses Facebook, I don't know. I'm still like so old school, and I love it. I use it. I messenger. I'm like, I'm a total Facebook like golden girl. So
I love it. I am too. Don't tell anyone.
Okay. I won't. It's our little. And I have Twitter, but I don't use that very much. So, and then I have
Instagram
at Tana Frederick.
Tana Frederick. Okay, that's perfect.
And then I also have a website where you can kind of look at like stuff I've done throughout the past if you want to, and that's Tana-/Frederick.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Perfect. And I'll put those down when we post this too. That's awesome. Okay, well, then I want to switch to asking you if I can find them. I'm kind of rusty. I told you that, right? Okay, my 5 for 5. They're very silly questions, nothing too personal, but it'll let people know a little bit more about you as a person. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, question number 1. What is your favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza. I love pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza's good. Yeah. Italian. Actually, a lot of people just like food. So I love that. Okay. Your favorite thing to drink after a long day on set?
Oh, Pellegrino for sure. Or Topo Chico.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. And it's pretty good. Yeah, it's very good. Okay. Yeah. What is number 3? What is one thing that you have always dreamed of doing, but you maybe haven't done yet?
Go to Paris.
Oh, okay. I haven't done that either, but you need to go do that, right?
You do too.
Oh,
we can go together.
Oh, that would be so cool. That would really be cool.
I know. I can't believe I haven't been there yet.
Yeah. But one day, maybe you could do a movie there. That would be kind of cool, right?
Please. Yes.
Yeah. Or go to Karen.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. Okay. What is your favorite song to sing at the top of your lungs when you're in the car? Like that Ride or Die song, kind of. You have a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
I have no clue. If you asked me, I wouldn't know.
Okay, this is bad. This is a bad song. The title is naughty. I'll spell it out.
Oh,
but by my post, the guy who makes my posters, does all my key art.
Yes,
he's a genius, and he actually has this band. And I just found this song of his. Okay.
Oh, it's his song. Like he makes it.
Like he's a guitar player in this band.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't even know about this song. So this is a recent find, and it's a whole bunch of guys riding motorcycles and like the motorcycle is starting on fire and guys just motorcycle shots everywhere. And it's like
that sounds good.
And this song is called I Don't Ride BITCH. And they're just screaming it.
Good. You could probably say that word on here.
Ride.
I love it.
Don't ride. It's random. It's
that's funny.
Bathroom stalls blowing up and
like an awesome movie. It's a music video. I love that. Sweet.
Out in the desert, cacti are on fire, and it's what is happening?
That's funny.
But it's the best song to scream in your car. So if you can find that song,
okay, I'm gonna write that down.
It really gives you a sense of
oh my gosh, I love it. First. It's a powerful statement,
right? Put yourself first. Don't put yourself second.
That's right.
I forget to do that a lot.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's. I think a lot of us do that. Okay, the final question. That is usually pretty hard too for people in this industry, which is why I ask it. But do you have a favorite movie?
Wow.
4 or 5 or 10 favorite movies.
That's a really good question.
It's hard, isn't it? I ask, do you have a favorite genre? We could do that, right?
No. I want to be able to say a favorite movie really bad. Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's Ernst Lubitsch's Trouble in Paradise.
Trouble in Paradise. Okay. I probably have seen it.
32. And it's 2 hustlers who are madly in love with each other, trying to hustle one another. And it's Herbert Berghoff. And I'm trying to think of the woman who's in it, but it's just
excellent movie. Okay, I'll check that out. I'm going to write that down. I wrote the song down, so I know what I'll watch tonight.
You know what you'll sing in your car.
Oh my, yes. Well, and I love to do that. Right? I can be loud and obnoxious in my car, although I can do that anywhere probably, but yeah. So, well, you have been wonderful to have on today. I've loved talking to you.
It's
Come
been
back
so
anytime.
fun.
And
Thank you.
good luck with your next project. Is there something coming soon or?
Oh yeah. Well, hello.
Always, right? I forgot to
So,
ask you that. So a
on
little
the
rusty.
7th of June, I'm doing my my one woman show.
Okay.
It's called
Can
Lion
people
Eye.
come see that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, what's it called and how do people come see it?
It's called Lion Eyes. And you can go on to the whitefiretheater.com.
Oh, cool.
Buy tickets. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, whitefiretheater.com. Is that near home or like in LA?
It's in Sherman Oaks on Ventura.
Sherman Oaks. Okay.
Beautiful theater directed by Levy Lee Simon, produced by Rima Simon. Associate producer is Tevin Johnson, and it's just gonna be sensational.
I hope it goes well.
Yeah, I think it's just yeah.
Very exciting. Okay, well, with that, I will let you go for real this time. But thank you. You were wonderful, and I look forward to talking to you again in the future. Thank you.
So fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, honey.
Bye.
Bye.
Movie Making with Renelle Golden is brought to you by Samira Entertainment, supporting indie films and the filmmakers who create them. Stop by their website to learn more, www.samiraentertainment.com. That's www.samiraentertainment.com. You've been listening to Movie Making with Renelle Golden. Be sure to come back for our next episode where we bring you the people who make movies you love. Got a topic about filmmaking you want to hear on our podcast? Send us an email at moviemakingpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.